Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Coast today we're going to have a look at some of Dryden Vos's minions from the Solo Official Guide, and here is their spread. I'm not quite sure I'd class the singers as minions, but they're kind of temporary employees, I suppose. I really liked this design of droid. You can clearly see the R2 astromech influence there. So let's see what it says. First Light staff, that being the yacht that he owns. The staff of the First Light sign on for a life of perpetual travel, with scattered ports of call wherever Dryden Vos's duties and desires take the massive yacht. Intrigues and relationships, some friendly, others decidedly not, flourish in such close quarters. Now, first of all, we have GLOT5, which kind of looks like Glottis to me. Hey, Glottis. So this is a droid. Let's see what it says about him. The First Light employs vendor droids as attendants, capitalising on their pre-programmed obsequiousness and desire to make customers happy. Glottis operates the principal turbo lift that brings guests from the docking entrance to the lofty lounge and office decks. Glottis also has a bank of weapons scanners. And you see here the close-range sensor modules can detect energy and chemical weaponry. And that's this. This bit does remind me very much of the decraniated also. Which is like, that's where their head ends, just about over here with something flat like that. Next we have Amon Grem, the captain of Durden, it actually says. Look, check that out. Spelling mistake. Durden. The captain of Dryden Vos. He's a whole new figure in Star Wars. He's got his own backstory and everything. Him and Dryden, they're twins. The captain of Dryden Vos's security forces. Amon Grem is the only enforcer with a direct line to Vos himself. He insists all security concerns funnel through him. In this way, he makes himself an essential part of Dryden's operation and takes all the credit for his security staff's work. Physical domination is a very strong trait amongst Hylobons, which is why Vos employs the species as enforcers. Now he has a segmented right helmet in its open configuration, which is this, and the scar is an indicator of his violent past. Now, PALT4. One of a team of server droids trying to remain inconspicuous and avoid getting underfoot. PALT4 is a polished ALT utility unit topped with a temperature-controlled serving tray. And we see the fresh fruit assortment here. I assume including Jogan fruit and melurons. And then what do we have down here? Precision-engineered traction treads. So now let's have a look at the lady in the gold dress who we first saw in the teaser trailer. And I didn't realise that this was her companion. You don't notice that in the trailer. It's a blink and you'll miss it. I really, really liked her outfit and her costume. And the little singing duo that they had was very much in the spirit of the ones we've seen in Star Wars previously. Arodia Venter Foley. A best-selling recording artist billed as Chanteuse of the Stars, Arodia Venter Foley is in high demand. Touring makes it rare for her to settle in one place for too long, but Dryden Vos offered a hefty sum to book her for an extended residency on the yacht. He pairs her with a classic supper club singer. I'm guessing he made her an offer she couldn't refuse. So she's wearing a corded Auropile dress, which is why it looks very metallic here. And then she has a vocoder. Multi-vocoder boosts her voice to non-human frequencies. And Lulio Primoc is in fact her singing partner. He's a supper club guy. First impressions of this tiny Galusian might not suggest a recording legend, but Lulio Primoc was a chart-topping singer in the days before the Clone Wars. He also starred in a series of old horror movies while wearing a dashing humanoid exosuit. Now past his prime, Lulio is still favoured by retro collectors and enthusiasts, and he's in his repulsor lift-fitted flask that is filled with formaldehyde. So now let's have a look at this lady here, and I do remember seeing her in the film as one of the serving attendants. Ottilie. Ottilie is a chic server entrusted to attend to Dryden's personal guests. Efficient and observant, she shows just enough initiative to work independently, but not enough to worry her bosses. And she's got a trait of Quanya reserved, intended for Count Crodba of Sereno. Sereno was Count Dooku's old seat, so he must be either a descendant of that house, or after the Clone Wars, when they got rid of all of the recalcitrant nobles who supported the Confederacy, just installed someone else. Kind of like what we see in the Shu-Torun War, with how Queen Trios becomes queen. Next we have Margot, which is that lady there. Margot, an Imrusian who hails from a volcanic planet, is Dryden Vos's concierge and handles all guest amenities aboard the First Light. Margot's people have evolved a flinty chalk-like skin to resist the searing temperatures of their home. Personally, Margot detested that environment, and she revels in the cool interior of the yacht. And she's wearing a shimmer silk gown, and this, what is this? It's an Otegan Charbake smelt necklace. So that is just the First Light stuff. There is a page on Dryden Vos's party guests, which we shall do a separate video on that. But for now, guys, that's just a look at his minions. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or a suggestion for an upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed. I like the video.